Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 1st of 2021. Now, one thing that a lot of fans are very excited about when it comes to the future of Star Wars has everything to do with some of the big TV shows such as Star Wars Andor, Star Wars Kenobi, as well as, of course, The Mandalorian Season 3 and 4, which, by the way, are being worked on back-to-back as we speak by both John and Dave. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Also, make sure to check me out at Mike01 on Twitter if you would like to. Now, when we jump ahead and focus on what Disney and Lucasfilm have planned for the future of Star Wars, they already have over a dozen Star Wars projects pretty much in the bank right now. That's brewing as we speak. A lot of creators are working on this. A lot of them will be announced by this fall of 2021. Give or take November to December, and then more announcements to come at Star Wars Celebration next year in May. So there's a lot of announcements coming our way for the future of Star Wars and what the direction of the franchise is going to look like in the next couple of years. And I've said this many times before, is that I believe it's going to be a defining moment 3 years from now to look back and see where Star Wars was at this point in time in 2021 in comparison to what it's going to be like, in the next couple of years. So, what's really interesting about all of this is that we have Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni working on tons of new projects, give or take, of course, 3 at the moment. They have Mando Season 3 and 4. They've got, of course, the Book of Boba Fett, which is wrapping up, and now they're beginning to work on Star Wars Ahsoka. So they're doing things in phases. It seems as though that they are working on projects pretty much grouped into 3 per before they move on to the next batch. So, with that being said, what's really intriguing about all of this is, of course, what Lucasfilm has planned for the future of Star Wars when it comes to many of the beloved characters within the universe. Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are getting ready to finish filming with the Book of Boba Fett, it's described that currently both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are currently focused on creating a new direction for the Star Wars universe by bringing back tons of Star Wars legends into the Star Wars world. Further, it's described that one major change that both John and Dave are about to apply to Star Wars is by creating an in-depth story of both Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade in the new Mandalorian seasons for the future that are set to actually directly be placed into a planned young Luke Skywalker TV series for Disney Plus that will hold many different connections, currently dubbed simply as Star Wars Jedi Knight. Further, it's described that both John and Dave, as well as many associated with Lucasfilm working closely with them, are set to also implement the son of Luke Skywalker to return in the new Disney canon for Star Wars, that is set to become a brand new take on the character both in live-action form and even in the comics and books to come as well. One major story that Lucasfilm is in fact developing right now is for both Luke and Mara Jade to have a major scene together for the Mandalorian Season 3 finale, where she is set to begin to turn into the hero side, where Lucasfilm has a plan to set Mara Jade up as an anti-hero of sorts in the new Star Wars universe, to create this new spin on the character and more, to hold connections with both Palpatine and Grand Admiral Thrawn in the new take on Star Wars to give fans something exciting to look forward to as well. Now, on top of this, it's also described that as of right now, Jon Favreau is almost finished setting up the design of the new Skywalker, which will be the son of Luke, and is preparing to announce him by this summer, or should I say next summer of 2022, that will be a defining moment in Star Wars history for the fans around the world. Now, I want to actually focus on what Jon Favreau is really responsible for right now. He basically is responsible for defining Star Wars, to really fulfilling the Star Wars brand, bringing it back to the roots of George Lucas, and I really do respect that. I respect that John and Dave are doing everything in their power to bringing back many of the fan favorite characters from Star Wars Legends and throwing it into the Disney canon. Let's focus on the son of Skywalker here. Alright, the son of Luke. This is a very big moment in Star Wars, and it's going to be a big moment in history next summer when Jon Favreau and others at Lucasfilm announce Luke Skywalker's son, coming into the Disney canon. We already talked of how they are already preparing to bring back Gina Solo in a new comic series for next year, dubbed as The Lost Solo, to kind of set things up for both Ben Solo and Jaina Solo to actually be the new Solo twins in the Disney canon. Now, there's a lot of things coming into play here. This really seems like that this is John and Dave's movement to change Star Wars, to basically fuse what Star Wars Legends was with the new. And I kind of like that. I gotta agree, I love that. Of course, there are going to be fans that are going to worry on whether or not this is going to sabotage Star Wars, or if it seems a little too desperate out of Disney trying to do things in such a way like this. That, of course, is a perfect example of how the fans feel. There's a lot of mixed reactions when it comes to the future of the franchise and how John and Dave are applying everything that they can to the Star Wars universe. So, about Mara Jade, we already know that Jon Favreau recently hired Karen Gillan to portray the character in upcoming seasons of The Mandalorian, as well as Sebastian Stan to portray the young version of Luke Skywalker, which works because both Sebastian and Karen are in their 30s, I believe. It just makes a lot of sense when it comes to their casting decision. Makes a lot of sense to me, and a lot of fans respect that. The other thing is that Mara Jade is being set up as an anti-hero for The Mandalorian Season 3, for the beginning and the middle, and eventually toward the finale or the ending of that season, which, by the way, it's going to have more episodes than Season 2 did. They're trying to break that 8-episode format. Basically, what really is very exciting about this is how they are going to be setting her up at the end of the show of Season 3 to become more of a hero, and lined up with Luke, Ahsoka Tano, and Ezra Bridger to take on Grand Admiral Thrawn, and of course Emperor Palpatine pulling the strings behind the scenes. This, to me, is a very interesting aspect of Star Wars. The fact that they are trying to cherry pick many of the important moments from Star Wars Legends and throwing it into this new take on the franchise, this new take on Star Wars overall, I believe is going to be pretty much a big success for the Star Wars universe moving ahead. So I would like to hear what you guys have to say about this, because there's a lot of fans out there, and this is a big debate on whether or not Sebastian Stan is a good mix to have with Karen Gillan. I believe it's a perfect match for both Luke and Mara to be portrayed by these two actors. I think it's going to be a great defining moment in Star Wars history, so we will actually be learning more about this in the next couple of months, so keep your eyes open. So, like I've said before, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.